Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Halloween edition of 8-Bits version 4.6. We've just taken a quick break as we were talking about what we were now playing, and we will continue that. And then I actually have something I want to talk to you guys about. But first, let's finish up now playing. And you guys, I got to tell you a story this week. I sat down and with my wife, and I feel like I have now succumbed to mobile games to the point where, like, if I'm not playing an ongoing mobile game, then I feel like something's wrong. And Hearthstone doesn't really count because Hearthstone is sort of always there. I'm playing that a lot. But, you know, the stupid shit that I normally play that's just a lot of fun to play in small bites. I found another one, and I'm looking for players to recruit. So, yes, it's called Monster Bash. And it follows the same sort of play style as Puzzles and Dragons, but unlike Puzzles and Dragons where you do the match 3, because I'm not into those types of games, this is similar to the one that I played a while ago, where you slingshotted the balls to like kill enemies. And that's what this game is. It's another game where you use these little like evolved creatures and you pull them, and then it's almost like marbles. But when you like make contact with the other balls, they have special abilities that you set off, and you just watch your life drain away. Anyway, it is fun. So I'm posting my link in the email. If you want to play, you use this link, and we'll both get stuff. And here,
Monster Bash, it's called?
It's called Monster Bash. And so the reason why, because I wanted to get sort of that all out of the way first. The reason why, of course, now I can't. Now what? I can't find it now. The reason why I wanted to bring this up is, I'm sorry, I said Monster Bash, and I totally meant to say Monster Strike. That's why you couldn't find it. Yes. That's why you couldn't find it. So I did some research on this game because, you know, I do some mobile work occasionally for Twitch to find out more about it. And this company called Mixi, they basically was this mobile company, about ready to just eat their own shit. Like, they weren't making any money. Their development costs were too high. Yeah, not literally. Okay. But we're down and out. And they created this game, and they've now turned their company into like $1 billion company.
Wow.
In the last 3 months, all because of this game.
Crazy.
Yeah.
In the wrong business.
Apparently, I don't think this shows much about the game here. But check it out. It's on iOS and Android. You can add me. I put the link. You can also look at my Twitter.
Cool.
We'll play. I don't know what it is about these damn games.
I don't know what it is either, Marcus.
I don't know what it is. I mean, to me, it's like not any different than you playing MMOs, JP. It's just,
no, I know that's the same thing. It's like, I think this is like
my
you
MMO.
start talking about mobile games. I'm like, well, it's time to eat a donut, and then I'm gonna start talking about WoW, and you're gonna be like, let's see what's going on in the email. I understand.
I know. I mean, I don't know what else to say, really. It is exactly like that. But these games continue to come out, and I don't know. I don't know what to do about it. I can't stop you guys.
How many mobile games do you play on a weekly basis?
Every Wednesday I get really excited because that's when new mobile games come out. And I look, and if I see something that looks like it'll be interesting, I will play it. And so actually, I didn't even see this game. I read an article about it where they were like, yeah, we were losing our asses, and now suddenly we are able to, you know, all retire in a year because of this game. And that was like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to have to download it because they released it in the United States. But, like, honestly, it's getting harder and harder, JP, because there's so much shit out there.
How many games come out on a weekly, every Wednesday?
Anywhere from 8 to 20. And immediately you have to imagine that, like, well, this is, like, what gets featured. There's probably 100 games that come out every week.
Oh, that's
and
just
80 of them are shit. and 20 of them are actually quality games that might be worth it.
80 is probably an understatement, right? It's probably like 90 are probably shit.
Do they have to come out on that Wednesday? Is that when iOS publishes new games?
Not always. Sometimes games get dropped, but that's like the accepted release night. I've played, there's been games that have come out on Mondays and Fridays and stuff, but
Interesting.
Interesting. Anyway, all right, I got it out of my system.
Well, I'm going to give it a shot. I've tried some of these before that you've recommended. I would say that your track record, it's pretty good. It is
50%.
You're maybe a little more generous than I'd be, but I have gotten some fun out of some of the stuff you've recommended. I have.
That's good. That's good.
So
Some fun.
You're still credible in my book.
All right, awesome. I don't know if that's the CEO talking or the sim, but
No, I was fired. CEO was fired. Right.
I don't know that I have anything left on my list. Actually, I mean, other than playing more Smash 4, like God, I can't wait for the Wii U version. Did you guys see the leaks that they had?
Nope.
So let me see if I can find the article. There was a huge like.
Oh, I think I saw like a R Games thread on that.
Yeah, God, where was it? Maybe I need to put leak. Holy shit, you guys. It has they say like 8-player Smash, like 1 million unlocked modes and all this different ways to play, like a stage creator. Here we go. I found it. We'll look through here.
Okay.
Like, I think stage creator is pretty insane. So, they don't have all of it here. Game board mode.
I wish I was excited for this game.
You wish you were excited?
Yeah. To be honest, this game is on the level of you talking about mobile games.
Really?
Yeah. I wish I could be excited for this game. I'm probably going to buy it because I'm a fucking idiot. And I'll buy stupid games. I bought fucking Duck Dynasty for $50, so yeah, I might as well buy.
I mean, you have a Wii U, right? It's
like it's not like it's a big event. It's just, I don't know. I'm just not. Maybe I'm like forcing myself to not be hyped for it. Who knows? I don't know.
Forcing yourself to not be hyped?
Yeah, maybe that just sounds stupid now that I think about it. I don't know what it is about. I can't get excited for that game.
No.
We'll see.
I wonder why that is. I mean, I can't believe some of the other Nintendo games that you've purchased that you haven't.
I'm trying to think. Well, I purchased Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. It was a fucking incredible game.
Yeah. That got great reviews.
That game's amazing.
Yeah.
In the terms of platformers and in terms of Wii U games. I don't know.
Would you say what's the best platformer on Wii U right now?
The new Super Mario Brothers U, or whatever the newest Mario is.
Yeah.
The one that came out a while ago, though, right? Or
that came out last winter, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the best platformer on that. It's probably one of the best platformers to come out in a couple years. Nintendo just is fucking on top of it when it comes to that stuff. They're so smart and clever with all that shit.
Smash really good.
3D World, yeah, that's what it was.
3D World,
really
okay.
Good. When it comes
Super Mario
out,
64 is still the one. That was the transcendent one for me.
Yeah.
That was the mind
still
blower
is for many, I think.
It still is I would say it's for me as well. I hear the fucking underwater music and it like immediately transports me back to that time and place of playing.
To me, that one was like Doom at the time because that's how old I am. So I was out when Doom came out and playing Super Mario 64 was like, holy shit, I've just never played anything like this. It's like turning that gameplay into that third dimension was so fucking mind blowing. Every minute of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was good. So we'll see. I'm not too. When does that come out? What November?
November 24th, I think.
Oh, that's late November. What comes out the same day as that?
I really don't know.
Like every Tuesday, there's like 4 big games in November. There's so many fucking games coming out.
Evolve.
Is that the 24th?
Well, I don't know what day, but I know it's November, right? I think. Now that
Hey, is it that soon? I thought
Maybe I'm
Hold on,
wrong.
let's Google.
Maybe I'm
Evolve
just excited.
Wiki.
Ah,
Time
Evolve!
to look.
Oh, wait. It might have been. I just read it was delayed till
What
February.
was?
February 10th.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What
Great.
game? What game?
Evolve.
Oh. Yeah. I'm so not.
God damn it.
I'm so not.
Game delays.
Well, you can play the alpha this weekend.
Right, I could.
Unless you have a PS4, then you can't because they canceled it. Breaking news.
Really?
Wait, they canceled it?
Yeah, the PS4 firmware
version?
update sidelines Evolve Big Alpha. Yeah. So they've canceled it. From what this just happened.
They're as
Oh, wow.
anti-hype about it as I am.
Following the recent PS4.
You're not hyped about Evolve?
It's
You got nothing for
postponed.
I don't know what it is. I care so
Interesting.
little about this game. I
Interesting.
mean, especially when like I cannot justify hopping on the Evolve Alpha or even getting excited when I have something like Alien Isolation that I've downloaded and paid
Well, that's
for and
fair.
not.
Well,
Yeah.
sure, yeah.
So I don't know. I don't need.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see if it has legs. I think it's always been fun to watch at every convention.
Yeah.
But that's a very unique situation, right? You've got you've got this huge audience watching. It's on big screens. You've got a guy doing play-by-play. So I think all that helps it make it. To me, it makes it really fun to watch. I don't know how it's going to play once it's really out, but
Yeah.
I think I've been swallowed up by the convention hype.
I loaded it up on PC because it launched this morning at 9 Pacific or whatever. Played 30 seconds because I wanted to see how it ran.
Yeah.
It ran well. Like it seemed like Evolve. It was responsive. It looked good. I feel like that game is going to struggle, and I feel like it already is just from watching a couple streams. From the fact
Really?
that if you're not playing with people you know, it's the case of like, fuck these idiots on my team. They're so
Yeah.
bad. And then most of the time, like when that's happening, they're saying the same exact thing about you, and it's just because you're not communicating, right? So like that's going to be the biggest hurdle for that game getting around is like,
Yeah.
no one is going to talk, and it's just going to be.
Is there in-game comms?
On the PC there is. I would think there is on the consoles.
Okay.
Like
God, how could there not be? That would be awful. If
the
there weren't.
PC comms was like really, really good. It sounded really, really clear for the.
If you're on a team of 4 and the whole thing is about the strategy of taking
Yeah,
this thing
I
down,
mean, you have to.
and all
have
you could
that.
do is dance around
was-
like in Destiny, that
it
would
was
fucking
hilarious.
suck.
I loaded in for 30 seconds this morning, and 2 guys were dead, and I was one of them, and then I respawned because I guess the bot or whoever was playing died before, and that's why the guy left. And so like these 3 guys were all like communicating a lot on comms, and I didn't know how to talk in game. I didn't know what the hotkey was, and the monster was level 3. So at that point, the monster comes and attacks a certain area on the map, which you have to basically defend. Like the game kind of switches and flips it on its head.
Mhm.
And so all of them were standing on top of this like one little pylon, this one little point, and I was like clicking through all my different abilities, and I pull out this giant box and I click it, and like this red circle comes up in front of me. I'm like, oh, that's cool, and I click it, and like it goes orbital strike launched, and I'm like, oh fuck, and then it hits, and like all 4 of the guys just get shot off the phone. And I just like, yep, time to leave the game. And
I'm
I
done.
felt so bad. They were all just like, "Oh, what the fuck? Who did that? What's going on?" I just left. I couldn't stop laughing. So yeah, I'll be playing that a lot more today. I'm interested to see, like you said, if it's got that con hype or if I'm actually going to enjoy it.
Right, yeah, will be interesting to see. Are you guys still playing Destiny?
I played 24 hours and stopped.
You mean the original 24 hours? Like when
Yeah.
it first came out?
Yeah, I
Wow.
played the launch day 24-hour stream that I did, and then I stopped.
I think
I watched someone do the entire raid. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I was watching Brad from
Yeah,
Ground Ball,
and?
Was it fun?
It looked cool. I'm not gonna do it now because I saw it all streamed, but I still don't understand the allure of that. Of
that was
at the same time though, I play WoW still, so like fuck me.
Well,
like,
right.
I understand the allure of it, I guess.
You do
that.
understand. That's it. Right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess. It's weird.
I don't know what to say about that.
It's
I
weird.
think a lot of the games that before this year started we would have been talking about, or maybe we even did, about being Game of the Year candidates are not happening.
Yeah.
Right? Like if you go back a year, that you look at Destiny,
Yeah.
Titanfall, maybe even Sunset Overdrive, a lot of these games, and they have not lived up to the hype.
I feel really bad for Titanfall because that game had a crazy amount of hype going into it. Like the beta
amounts.
The beta events were so promising. So many people are like, "This is great."
Right.
And
Remember
then
the lines at E3?
Yeah.
Insane.
They put out DLC for it, or maybe not even DLC. They put out like more content for it for free. I think last week. Fucking apparently on the PC servers, there's like maybe 100 people playing.
Oh my god!
Like it's a fucking graveyard.
That's
well, they
real
fucked it
bad.
up. I mean, right? I mean, for one thing, there was no momentum. Like they needed they needed a much more aggressive content update plan.
Yeah.
You know, like they needed to release new maps and new other things to keep it going, right? Because we were all digging it at first. I was.
Yeah.
And then it's just like nothing happened. Nothing seemed to evolve. You were doing the same stuff over and over. I mean, it really just seems like they did not seize whatever momentum that they had, because they did have it at the beginning, right? It's not like it came out and we were all like, fuck this. It came out and we were all playing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
WildStar's the same thing too. People are saying WildStar's dead. Did you see they actually canceled their in-game Halloween and Christmas events this year?
Oh no!
Really?
That's so sad.
That's like really, really big for MMOs to cancel
Christmas.
that.
Yeah.
Oh my
Never
god.
mind. Forget it.
And then
Christmas is canceled.
I think there's a
So's
bunch of
Halloween.
layoffs as well at that studio. So like, fuck, man.
Yeah, it can't
it's
be.
rough.
It can't be. It can't be great over there.
It's rough.
Can I?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I mean, are we done with now playing?
Yeah, we're done.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like I'm playing through Bayonetta 1, Bayonetta 2, and I'm like thinking about this. And I wanted to hear what you guys have to say about it, because maybe I'm just not that gamer anymore, but I wish I could see statistics of how many people actually complete games to 100%.
Oh.
You can do that with if you track like achievements, I think there's a way to do it.
Where it will tell you like X percentage of people. I mean,
yeah,
if we just took a guess here, if you had to take a guess and you said your average game, that's going to have all this different fetch shit and find these items, like what do you think the percentage of people that purchased that game?
100%?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
I mean, so low.
Do you think it's below 10?
I'd say lower than 1%.
Yeah. Me
Okay.
Too. I'd say 5 at the most.
So then I'm thinking, how much production development time is put into making this busy work for gamers?
Well, I think Bayonetta's a special case because it's a Japanese-made game, and Japanese development is they will go that extra mile down to like the smallest little bullshit that maybe less than 5% of their audience is even going to see or care about in the first place.
Well, and that's fine. You can take Bayonetta out and put like I guarantee you Sunset Overdrive has a fucking million stupid collect these 1,000 things, right? Like I'm not...
Or 550 piece collectibles, yeah.
So I just wonder if you've got like 5 teams working on, okay, guys, you're the ones that are handling all the blue orb quests.
Yeah.
If that just suddenly was resources that were used, so I don't know. I guess as like a gamer, I'm like, I'm never going to ever be doing that shit ever again in my lifetime.
From my perspective of like not being a game dev and never have been in a game development team or anything like that, I think it's just a way that a lot of companies, and this is the jaded asshole that I am, figure out a way to kind of make the game longer by adding stuff like that in. Like it's really easy to throw in.
Oh, yeah.
It's really easy to throw in 150 collectibles thrown across the world and add in an hour or 2 of gameplay worth that, right?
Right. And it would be someone's job, right? It'll be like an associate producer or whatever. They're like, here, you're going to stick these crates. Here's a list of all the levels, all the rooms.
Yeah.
Stick 150 crates around here.
And I would think, again, I have no fucking idea if this is true. I would think that would come in very, very late in the process of the game, probably towards the very end of like...
Oh, yeah, sure.
we need to figure out some other shit that we can get people to do.
We're right, because
This
they have to
game's
make
only
sure
9
that
hours long.
right. I mean, they have to make sure that objects don't collide with things that actually matter in the game. You know?
Yeah.
So that stuff would go in later.
Yeah.
That's a really great point, Wheat. And I think my sum total of games I've 100%ed over my entire lifetime of gaming is like
Low.
three games
Me
total.
Too. Me too.
I mean, like, I obsessed last month over Mordor. I finished it. I played it a lot, and I did a lot of the collectible stuff. Like, I got all of the I can't remember the names now, despite the fact that I played 150 hours. The things that made the picture, you know, I collected a bunch of stuff to completion, to 100%, and in the end, I think I 89%ed that game. And I was so done with it, even though I loved it, could possibly be my game of the year. I played it even after I finished the campaign. I kept going to collect more of that stuff. But when I looked at that last 11%, I was like, fuck it. Why?
Right.
That's just like that's busy work. It wasn't gaming. That was busy work. And I don't get it. And I think it really is just like for OCD people or for people who just like get that obsessed, right? It's almost like a cynical thing to do to a game.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a game where I have gone the distance and like gone for those stupid little things. And I can't think of one. To be honest, the closest one would be like World of Warcraft.
Right, but that doesn't really count.
It doesn't really count, right? So I don't know.
This is a question I'm going to start asking developers when I'm at some of these conventions. Yeah. I mean, I really like. It seems like such a basic concept, especially because like in a world like Twitch where we look at data, it's like important to understand the data and how it works and people's viewing behaviors and stuff like that. And I would imagine that gaming would have to be the same way. If like I come back with 7 years of gaming data, like, hey guys, guess what? Over our 14 titles, a total of, you know,
they probably have internal metrics.
4% have done this. So why don't we eliminate this from our?
It seems particularly egregious with the open world games, right? The Far Cry's and the Assassin's Creed and Batman. When you look at the map and it's like dotted all over with all the shit. And of course, part of you wants to clear the map, right? Part of you is like, there's like 100 red things on the map. I gotta get rid of them.
Yeah, that's how they get me. It's like, God, it doesn't look fucking aesthetically pleasing.
That's how right. Crackdown did a really good job with that, right? Because it was the little orbs, I think or maybe they also did in Saints Row 4. They did a really good job of like to find that stuff.
I definitely, even when we talk about how we're not into it, I've definitely had gaming sessions where I'll go in, whether it's Batman or whatever, or Mordor, and like my goal for that gaming session is just to clear that shit out.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, okay, I'm not going to do the main quest today, or I'm not even going to do side quests. I'm just going to ride around and collect all this bullshit because.
Yeah, a lot. Someone brings up Ubisoft games like.
Yeah.
Ubisoft's really like Assassin's Creed. That's a big like collecting the feathers in AC2. I remember doing that a long time ago.
Oh God.
You know what? I jumped off the wagon on that one. Oh, it was the musical sheet, the floating paper.
Oh yeah, those pissed me off immediately.
The stuff that like floated away from you. I was like, fuck you.
Yep.
Float away.
So quick in AC4, man. It was so fucking quick. I was so upset with that.
You're not even gonna say stay still so I can catch you? Fuck off.
Well, it was the annoying part too was that you jump from like this fucking house to like this tree limb, and then because you didn't like go to the left, your character be like, let's go that way. Jump the opposite direction.
That was my whole problem with the Assassin's Creed gameplay in general, was that like running and trying to chase anything, whether it was an NPC or whatever. I was always jumping onto the wrong building the wrong way.
Yep. I remember on the fucking PS4 launch watching Wheat play through a mission where you're like chasing someone, and I've never seen Wheat get so angry so quick at anything in life. From what I watched,
I rage quitted way more over Assassin's Creed than I ever did the Dark Souls game, which I never rage quitted, actually. To this day, I've never rage quitted Dark Souls because I don't feel like they were ever asking me to do anything that was like utter bullshit. But in Assassin's Creed, it was the constant annoyance and frustration with the controls.
Yeah.
That would just make me toss the controller.
On the other side of the coin, that same day, I watched a young child get so frustrated that he broke into tears from playing that same part in Assassin's Creed.
Really?
Oh no!
To tears?
No, I watched Mini-Wheat play through that.
Yeah, he was so close to just being like,
Dude.
"Yo, I just want to play this game. Why is it got to be stupid?"
Yeah, it was kind of ridiculous. So yeah,
That's bullshit. Should sue them for emotional distress on your kid.
yeah, we should have sent in like those 2 clips. Be like, this is what your game fucking does to people. We fucking throw the controller, and Mini-Wheat breaking into tears.
He was.
Speaking of rage quitting, I told JP this off stream, but I quit and uninstalled at long last Hearthstone.
No.
How long has it been since you've done this?
Since I've done what? Since
you've
I quit.
uninstalled.
It's been about 2 weeks.
Oh
So
wow!
I'm
Okay.
2 weeks clean.
All right, you're doing good then.
It's okay. He's gonna reinstall after next week.
I've
Think
made it
after
2 weeks
Blizz-
without reinstalling.
Yeah, but
Like-
next week at BlizzCon, man, it's BlizzCon.
Oh shit! You know, within the first 24 hours, it was like I've never smoked, but it was sort of like that. That's how it felt. You know, the first 24 hours were so hard. I was just like, oh, but my ladder ranking. But the problem was I was playing it at night in bed, and I was getting so mad that like I couldn't.
Like a blood pressure spike.
I couldn't sleep. Yeah, I was going to bed mad because but basically what would happen is like, and here's when I quit. I went on to like it was like a 10-game losing streak, and I was just like, I'm not going to bed till I win, you know. And then I would just like hit new game.
That was
and
me
lose
in
again.
Smash.
It's like,
That
ugh.
was I had a couple of 2, because then I would win, but I would be like, I want to play this asshole again, and then I would lose.
Right.
I'd be like, oh, I can't.
Not at all with Smash. I bet you I would get, like, you know how I am. I'm like a super competitive person. I bet you I would get fucking furious if I lost in Smash. Just once.
You know what though? Like, fighting games for me, JP, have always been different because when I lose in fighting games, it's, you know, a lot of times, especially in Smash, you're gonna lose to dumb shit. But then you learn how to basically counter all these people's dumb shit, and then you fucking wreck them all. And then you find guys that are like actually really good. But then you want to play them. Like, I don't know. One thing that fighting games always have done for me is that when I lose, I blame it way more on myself than anything else. If someone's using dumb shit and cheap shit, they have every right to do that. It's my fault for not knowing how to be. So I really love that mentality of game. And for me, JP, like the competitive side of me, it really fulfills that.
Yeah.
Even though there's not a ladder, even though there's not, it's like the next time I meet that little Mac and I fucking shit on his face, it feels so good, even though that I got shat on so many times to figure out what I need to do in order to
I still remember
I love that.
The
But
days
when you lose, like, how mad do you get?
Oh, I get mad.
Yeah.
I've only closed my DS one time because when you reopen it, it won't let you play a game for 10 minutes. I was like, fuck that, you know. Here's what makes me so mad. All right, let me talk about my 2 Smash things that make me more mad than anything. Number 1, what has happened to the creativity in people that make online names? Because I have never in all of my life fought more Matts, Jasons, Taylors, Leahs, Sarahs, Bobs, Jeffs,
Wait, what?
Barts. Everyone uses their fucking real name. And then I'll come across one guy who's like, you know, the Metal Slinger, or, you know, like Shadow Ninja. I'll be like, thank you, Shadow Ninja, at least for you. Like, I just don't fucking get it. Here's why I don't like it. It's like, is this the same Jeff that I fought, you know, like 4 hours ago that was using that cheesy ass kid? I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. It makes me so angry. I'm like, Jet, or I'm like, Jen. fucking Billy. Yeah, that's so goddamn original. Like, it was happening so often that I was convinced that people weren't seeing djWHEAT, that people were seeing, like, Marcus, because Nintendo was doing something. But it wasn't until someone tweeted at me, it was like, hey, I just played your Yellow Yoshi, like, good games, you're pretty good. I don't know if you won or not, but anyway, that's besides the point. Like, I can't fucking believe it. But here's the other thing that makes me so mad. So mad. All right? I play Yellow Yoshi 24/7. That's all I play.
Okay.
I play someone like Peach, right? Peach is actually a really good character in Smash. Good Peach players out there. I'll get my ass legitimately handed to me by a Peach player. But then at the end, they have a screen that you can't go past that has cute little Peach go like, I won! And I'm like, oh my God, fuck you in your pink dress, you fucking bitch. And it's that shit at the end. Like, I'm so mad. I'm like, oh, I'm ready to hop to the next one. And then all of a sudden, like, Yoshi's like, Yoshi! And I'm like, oh, you fucking shitty dinosaur. I hate
and
you.
That's why that screen is there, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why that screen's there.
Oh my God. It is like, I wish there was an option to be like, take off the end screen, like, I'm a badass and you lost and you suck.
All fighting games, dude, fighting games have been there for so long.
You're doing that to them, though.
No,
right?
you know what? Fighting games have been doing that, but normally it's not like cute, and it's not like I'm rubbing it in your face like so bad.
Yeah.
Normally it's just like my swords will destroy you, and I'm like, yeah, whatever, you fucking chode. Now it's like yeah, I won. You're so. Oh my God, I can't handle it.
I'm starting to think it now. I'm like, do I really want to? Because I remember the days of playing Killer Instinct Gold with my brother on the N64, and we were both so proud that we swapped the back and the front of the N64 controllers. So we had like two-toned N64 controllers, like one that was black on top with white on the bottom, stuff like that. And then we would play Killer Instinct Gold, and I think we probably bought like 12 or so controllers over the course of the console, because I would take the side of it, grab it, and slam it down on the ground when I would lose and just shatter.
I've only destroyed one controller in my life.
I've destroyed a lot of it.
It was an Xbox One controller, which I didn't even know could be destroyed.
Whoa.
Like, I'm talking about the original one. And I was playing this mission in Fable, where it was like, if you remember, Fables had missions, but then they had like super hard missions where you would get these things, but you could level your character up faster. And there was this one with this giant tree in this forest. And I remember I had done it, like if they put a time limit on it or something dumb. And I'd done it maybe like 30 times, you guys. And I was about ready to beat this fucking tree. And my character dodged out of the zone that I was in.
Oh, God.
And I took my Xbox controller and I just fucking like face planted it into the ground. Like, I I can't. And I just heard
Time
this
dimensions
crack.
will do that to you. Time dimensions.
I've thrown the original SNES controller. I like fucking did that and then just let it fall into a wall.
Have you guys ever made keys fly off your keyboard, like smashing your keyboard?
Yep, I've done that.
Also, I think I've told the story on this show before. I punched and broke a monitor.
I've
never done that.
I did that with the first Medal of Honor. So
the other thing too is that I always question the design of the PlayStation stick, and obviously this is a 4, but you guys tell me that this doesn't have a perfect like rage-inducing form, because I can't tell you how many times in PlayStation 1, I just like I think I physically like just like trying to bend it in half. I've
always wanted that too. That's my stress release, is like fucking going like that, and I can hear the little the like parts just kind of like
creaking a little bit.
Oh God, I don't want to break it in half. I don't think I'm strong enough to do that, but I've always wondered if I could.
I punched my iPad many times playing Hearthstone.
Really? I would never punch my iPad.
That was another reason I needed to quit.
What monitor?
I scared my dog. I was playing in bed and I lost really badly. It was like to like the 4th priest in a row who beat me with my own fucking cards, which I hate more than anything.
Yeah.
Oh, where they still
Mind Vision and Thought Steal.
Yeah, so the guy beat, and it was like the 4th time, and I was like, in my head, I was like, if I lose to another fucking priest, and then sure enough, I rolled a priest, I lost, and I just like punched my iPad, and my dog flew off the bed, was sound asleep at like 2 in the morning. I was like, so sorry. Like, oh man. That was about when I quit.
So funny. That is so funny.
By the way, Weed, I think it's interesting that you were raging about real names, because like to me it's like the opposite. Like I feel worse, when I lose to guys like I Eat Poop.
I would rather
I can't
that.
believe I lost to a guy named I Eat Poop.
The thing is that like I really have no idea. Like I want to know when I see a player with like a unique name and I play him again, I like to have that knowledge.
Sure.
And so I don't know why it bothers me so much. It's just so ridiculous. I'm like, who goes online with their real names these days? Like, is that really the Nintendo audience? And should I be losing to someone who just uses Matt as their name? Like, I don't know. I don't think so. If they're not even creative enough to come up with a fucking name.
And they still beat you.
And they still beat me.
I can see the rage. You're right.
Something is wrong. Yeah. Definitely. I don't know. I don't know why it bothers me so much, but it does. It does.
You're right. I should start writing down the names of the guys who like super piss me off, because there aren't a lot of I Eat Poops. I don't. Can
you talk to people in Smash?
Oh God, I wish I could.
Okay,
you use taunts. That's what you do. You use taunts. So when you knock people off the stage, you like you make Yoshi dance and shit. Oh man, it makes people so mad. It makes people so mad, bro.
Yeah.
So mad.
Yeah.
I do have to say, in Hearthstone, I curbed the rage before I quit by learning to love the squelch button.
Oh yeah.
So as soon as anybody said anything, I squelched them. It's like, nope, I'm not gonna let.
That's how it's always been for me in like
a rage.
Pretty much any Blizzard game. Yeah. The game would start and they'd be like, "Good luck," and I'd fucking just squelch immediately. It's like, this guy's probably just a super nice person, but I don't want to fuck.
People aren't nice though. It was the assholes who would do like oops after every card that you played.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, I'm not doing this with you. Fuck you.
Yeah, I get it. It's funny. Anyways,
any news?
Raid shows. Oh, sorry, guys.
What's that? Wait, what were you saying? What'd you say?
I was gonna say we could do entire broadcasts. Just of our rage.
That's what my stream is, basically 8 hours a day.
Yeah, pretty much.
Rage.
Pretty much. Any news that's popped over the last week? Everyone's kind of been saying like, "Oh my gosh, Prey 2 got canceled." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, no one cared."
Yeah, that's weird. It's like #1 right now on our games. It's like, guys, you actually cared about Prey? Like, really? That was a thing in your day?
The highlight of Prey 1 was that Art Bell was in it. For me, that was my highlight of the game.
I liked Prey 1 when it finally came out.
It was all right. I didn't beat that game. I was weirded out by that game because all my the characters family got chopped to bits in the opening of the game. It's like your great uncle or something just gets, I think, put into a meat grinder or something in the opening of that game. It was really fucked.
Yeah.
I never played past that.
I had to cast a Prey death match one time.
Wait, was that with Joe Miller?
I think I might have cast it with Joe Miller, yeah.
I think I did a real talk with Joe, and he talked about that being his worst cast experience ever because he had never played the game at all. And he just had to
I had played the demo prior to it, so I knew about the whole going into spirit form and stuff, and so I actually just BS my way through it. I think people were like, "Wow, you really put some time in that game." I'm like, "No, I just know that you could go into spirit form," and wasn't like, "Oh my god!" But yeah, silly stuff. Games that should never be esports. There you go. There's one of them right there. This is, I guess, the news. I don't know, but Civ came out, and I heard people binge on it and then go, yeah.
I played it for about
Beyond Earth, you mean?
Yeah.
Played it for about an hour.
Yeah, boy, you're right. That didn't make much of a splash, did it?
I feel like, I mean,
there was a lot of bugs with it. At least in my version of the game, I couldn't full screen it, and it was in a 4:3, or it was in some fucking wonky res, and I had to go into windowed mode for it to show all the res options, and then only play in windowed to get it to go to 1440p or whatever. And then I just got into the game, and it was like, this is just Civ 5, but I'm gonna hit next turn.
I mean, like,
I just
Soma
Yeah.
Soma
Yeah.
was so excited for this game, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna binge." And he came in the first day after it came out. He's like, "Oh my god, it was a Civ night," you know. And then the next day, I was like, "Oh, I got another 3 o'clock." And then after about that third day, I think that's where the realization that all the newness is sort of worn off, and I am just kind of playing Civ, which I suppose is the point, but I'm not sure if
Yeah.
that's what people actually was hoping this would be.
Yeah, it almost seems like, why wasn't it just a mod or something? I mean, I played it,
Yeah.
but not enough. But certainly, it felt like a skin to me. What I did play,
Yeah.
I gotta say.
Well, that's too bad.
Plus, the tech tree just frightened the hell out of me.
Yeah, man, they opened up you talking about the big grid thing?
Yeah,
Yeah, that opened up the first time, and I was just like, oh god, it's midnight. I don't want to read each one of these things.
it's also kind of like Alpha Centauri back in the day. You know,
Uh-huh.
this is sort of like the spiritual successor to that, right? And in both cases, it's like you're looking at like the names of technologies and shit that like they don't, you don't know what they mean. Like
Yeah.
in Civ, it was obvious, what wheel was,
Yeah, but like this one, it's like
Or writing.
robotics. Well,
Right.
what the fuck does that get me?
what does that get me?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense. Did you guys
So-
see the Final Fantasy 15 tech demo they ran at the Paris Game
No.
Show?
I just saw that. I was browsing our games and just saw that video. I have not watched it.
I watched it this morning, and it's pretty impressive. It's just
Yeah.
like, on one hand, I'm looking at this going, like, sweet, a tech demo. Where the fuck is the game? Like, what does 8 years now in development or some shit?
Is that still on the same engine, the Fabula Crystallis Novala or whatever the
I
fuck
have
it is?
no idea. I have no idea. But I mean, all the
Wait,
lighting
no,
they
they said-
do.
They
They-
announced that they're switching to Unreal Tournament 4.
Unreal. This
That's
might
what it
already
was.
be in it.
That's what this was. I bet this tech demo was on that.
I mean, it looks amazing. Like, they show some real cool shit where, like, they actually have this guy, like, do this wig up on a mannequin, and then they 3D scan it in the game, and you can, like, see it, and they show just a bunch of really cool shit where, like, all this lighting over cities or like through caves and all the different spell effects. It's really cool, but it's like, it's obviously, I'm just like, it's a tech demo. Like, where the fuck is the game?
Mm-hmm.
It's sad.
Oh no, Unreal Engine was just for Kingdom Hearts 3. I guess that's still that fucking weird.
I mean, it
engine.
looks incredible, dude. It looks amazing.
The Luminous engine.
I'm so out of the Final Fantasy loop. I don't
I
even know
am
where,
too.
where to start. Like I go back to, like, I hate to say it, but I think like 8 or 9 was the last one for me,
I mean, that's
and now I feel lost.
you don't
I
need
played all
to
13.
play
13's 3 or
them,
whatever.
though. Yeah.
Did I miss anything?
No, 12 is decent. 12 is probably the last good one. The last 3 or 4 hours of 13.1 were pretty good, but you have to play through 30 plus
get
hours
to
to get
it.
there.
Yeah.
See, even the names, they need to reboot. They just call it Final Fantasy. They need to do like a movie reboot.
Yeah.
Start over for a new generation.
They need
And
to get-
an old generation like me.
Disney just
Start
needs to
over.
buy Square Enix and just end that whole deal with. Just
Right.
It was stressing me out to see like 13 or 12 dash whatever 3 squared plus 5. Whatever the naming conventions were. They lost me.
Oh, you're talking about Kingdom Hearts 358.
Well, that one too. Kingdom Hearts is another one. That's
Yeah.
another one where I got lost.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Square Enix. Is there any? There's not really any. Oh, Valkyria Chronicles coming to Steam. Did either of you play that on its original PS3 release?
What game?
Valkyria Chronicles?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
did. And
Fucking
How do you
amazing
pronounce it?
game.
yeah, it's a lot of fun. I think it'll be pretty sweet on Steam. I bet it looks amazing.
When's that coming out?
November.
11th, yeah.
So, like a
Ooh.
week and a half.
It's
That game's
I
really,
would
really
get
good.
that.
The story's good, and
Yeah.
the gameplay is super fucking fun. And like Wheat said, it looked amazing on the PS3. It's going to look really good on the PC, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Cool.
That game was a lot of fun. I'm really excited.
Oh, it's only $18 too.
Yeah, it's cheap.
Nice.
It's actually 17 if you pre-order, is it not?
Oh,
Oh no,
$17.99.
it's $20 originally. It's 17. They give it a minus 10% for the pre-purchase.
It has one of the coolest art styles for any tactics game I've ever played, where
does.
it's just sort of penciled look to it. It's really awesome.
Yep.
Did you
And then-
guys play
It's good.
the new Borderlands at all?
A little bit.
Played 3 or 4 hours of it.
It seems like it's been underwhelming people.
It's more Borderlands. I think that's kind of the underwhelming part, but I don't know what people like. I didn't expect it to be anything else. Like I knew it was going to be more Borderlands. You know, it's kind of it falls in the same category of this could have just been DLC for Borderlands 2, much like Civ Beyond Earth could have been DLC for Civ.
Right.
Because it's not.
That's pretty accurate.
So do you think it was just a holding pattern in a way, like for Borderlands 3 or something? Or
Oh yeah, well I mean it was made by 2K Australia or whatever. So the Plano team, the original team, didn't even make that game. They're probably working on 3 or whatever that weird MOBA that they had, Battleborn or whatever the hell that is, that they've been promoting or talking about the past couple of months. So it wasn't bad. It's got more humor in it. I think that game sucks terribly as a single player game, and it should be played with friends, and that's probably how you make it enjoyable.
Mhm.
But it's Borderlands, so yeah. Anything else news-wise?
Not really. I mean, nothing.
Has it been a slow news week?
Sticking out. I mean, there's been stuff on and off. I think it's been mostly about the releases more than anything, because it's like when there aren't releases, that's when people, all the other stuff really gets focused on. But
Did you guys see? I think this is kind of a big deal that not that many people are talking about. Do you see YouTube now can do 60 FPS across the board?
Oh,
I did.
right.
I think that is actually going to do, like, psychologically for people that are not big 60 FPS, I guess, what am I trying to say? Like people that enjoy that or talk about how good it is,
or
et cetera,
or just don't understand or don't care,
know what it
right?
is, and they're just like, I'm trying not to use the normal phrase of like console peasantry, et cetera, but like they're gonna see that and be like, holy shit, this is actually, these companies that are saying it looks cinematic are just bullshitting us. Like, this looks.
You know what? The best example I've
better.
seen so far is a guy from Sony and some like unreleased Uncharted 3 footage.
Yeah,
and they're
that's what
like,
I was.
hey, this is
sparked this.
and they're like, this is Uncharted 3 unseen footage at 60 FPS. This will give you an idea of what Uncharted 4 will be like because we're targeting 60 FPS. Thanks for watching. And I was like, oh snap!
Yeah.
And it looked so good. It looked so fucking good that if they released Uncharted, all of them in 60 FPS, I would play them just like that. Just not. That's one of the reasons why Bayonetta was so great to play with Bayonetta 2. I'm like, holy fuck, this is the game that I wanted to play back on the PS3 and Xbox 360. So I think I agree with you.
You guys, I think you guys are breaking me down on the Wii U.
Really?
I think you are.
Don't buy. Well, if you're a fan of Dynasty Warriors games, you can check out Hyrule Warriors. That's kind of the other big release this year. Super Smash will be big. Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze was incredible. 3D World was good. New Super Mario Brothers U was good.
Yep.
What else do I?
I mean, I've owned every Nintendo. This was unusual for me to not have it.
Do you like the
first Nintendo
Pikmin
machine?
series?
Sorry.
Do you like the Pikmin series?
Yeah, I do.
Pikmin 3 was not my favorite game, but I think if you enjoyed Pikmin, you'd probably like it. All their games, the one thing that I will say that they're not going to ever match the PS4, Xbox One, and power, system to system, comparing system specs to system specs, but Nintendo will always have amazing fucking art.
Yeah.
And their games will look amazing because of that, right?
Well, let me ask you guys something. Let's say that let's say that I'm it's almost guaranteed that I'm only going to play this single player.
What game?
And I'm almost never going to, any game. I'm almost never going to be playing co-op with my Wii U.
You'll still enjoy.
Yeah.
I think you might actually Well, unless the reason for that is you just don't have someone to play.
I don't have any friends.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say like the gamepad or whatever is pretty cool because you can actually just play that in bed. A lot of like you could play Super Mario Brothers in bed.
Wait, really? Just
On
using the
Yeah, because the
Yeah.
gamepad becomes the main.
Yeah, I can like turn this on and just start playing Bayonetta on it, walk upstairs, and it's fine.
for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even
And you
tell
know
me
what
this
also is crazy?
Such terrible marketing on the Wii U. Why
I
didn't
know,
this?
like
Okay.
actually, I already live in a tablet world. I have like more tablets than I even know what to do with. But if I
Yeah.
didn't have a tablet, I would use this to watch Netflix and Hulu and
Yeah.
all the other fucking viewing at. Like it's actually really solid, good looking screen. Like they did a
Yeah,
good
but-
job with this thing. It doesn't
So
have
it's
the
sort of
most
like remote
amazing
play.
battery life, but
I did not know that. I really
Yeah.
didn't know that.
It had remote play before PS4 had remote play.
yeah. I also because a lot of people are like, I can't believe you're playing Bayonetta on this, but dude, just all you need is two fucking joysticks or two little things and some buttons and it like it's fine. It's fine.
It's insane. I'm in this industry and I did not know that.
GG.
There you go. And if you don't like the gamepad, you can buy a pro controller for I don't know, Bayonetta
Probably
would probably be
$30
the best.
or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's actually this thing has it actually is advertised as having 80 hours of life on a charge. It has 80 hours of life on a charge.
Yep.
Like charge this thing
Also
once
heard
a
that.
month. It's
Also
got
You know,
great
both
life.
both the new console control, the Xbone and the PS4, at least for me, the battery life sucks for both.
PS4 goes pretty quick, yeah.
PS4 goes quick. At least you can just recharge it.
Yeah. I haven't I haven't played the Xbox One long enough to warrant a battery
Me either.
yet, which
so
is
sad.
really
Well,
That's so sad.
for me, it's because I run my TV through it. So it's all from it's all from Netflix and television.
you're not talking to your Xbox.
I'm done with that. I did it for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then there were too many cases of it just like fucking up. Like I thought with my wife, because she's not a natural with game controllers, and I ran the whole TV through there, and so I was like, look, this is going to be great because I know you don't like using controllers or even remotes, so now this is going to be easy. All you have to do is talk to the TV, and like it totally kept opening up the wrong menus or whatever, and I was like, okay, fuck it, never mind.
Yeah.
Back to the
That's
remote.
about how long it lasted with me. I enjoyed being like Xbox on and then watching it fucking come on. I was like, hey, that's pretty cool. And then I would just be like, I don't know, Xbox go to, and then it would just like start up a random fucking app or snap in like Netflix and like a fucking screen that's about that big on a giant 60-inch TV.
Yeah, I think the most common command I gave after a while was stop listening.
Yeah.
Stop listening.
And it actually starts in like you're very calm. The next one is like very direct and you pronunciate everything, and then the third one is just like
Anger.
Xbox fucking do something. God damn it! Just,
What they should have done. It's too bad it's not like HAL in 2001. Right. Stop yelling at me, JP.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll do it if you're nicer.
Yeah.
That kind of thing back.
That would have been funny.
All right.
So
All right, let's wrap it up, boys.
All right.
So next week I'm at BlizzCon.
same here.
I might
We're
be.
trying
I might
to
pay my
get Jeff
$40. Right. Maybe I'll go, or if not, I'll buy my virtual ticket.
All right.
And
either
download
way.
Hearthstone again. You're gonna be
because you're gonna get a
Watch-
special card back.
gonna
Oh
watch-
fuck! You're right. You guys are right. That's why I was going to buy a virtual ticket.
Yeah, I know. That's why we started gonna play next
Oh
week.
my god! And I quit the game, and I still wanted the ticket.
You want to watch
The
the
card set.
Hearthstone?
What's
man.
wrong with me?
You wanna
I don't
watch the
smoke
Hearthstone
crack
thing.
anymore, but I'm gonna buy this brand new crack
You're
pipe.
so right. I thought I was out, but I'm not.
That's why you should just go, because then you won't be tempted to start Hearthstone again because you'll be at a BlizzCon walking around.
Oh god.
Yeah,
I need
it's
to-
gonna be great. It's gonna happen. I can't wait. All right. Well, why don't you give your final thoughts, Jeff?
Happy Halloween. And yeah, that's all I got to say. And you can find me on at Greenspeak here on Twitch. Same name for Twitter. I may stream some Dark Souls 2 later if I can get my shit together. And that's it. And everybody have a great weekend and a great Halloween.
Awesome. JP.
Happy Halloween, everyone. Do you guys get a lot of trick-or-treaters at y'all's houses?
We do.
Well, yeah, of course you do, because you're going to go trick-or-treating tonight with your kid, aren't you?
Yeah.
Are you going to go like that, Lee?
No, I've got a second costume that I'm going to be wearing for Twitch Weekly. So.
Damn, 2 costumes for that 2-show Friday.
Yeah.
Are you just going to put on your Mario outfit?
Oh, no. I'm actually so excited to go put on this next costume. But
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
Watch.
We'll have to tune in
Yeah,
an hour to Twitch Weekly. Anyways, yeah. I'll be playing Evolve later today. I'll be playing the PC version of it. I'm interested to see if that game can keep my attention for more than... honestly, like 30 minutes. Like if I played Left 4 Dead 2. I bought the game, played it for 5 minutes, and I have never played it since then. Like, those games are very hard for me to stay glued to. So we'll see. And then apart from that, I'll be at BlizzCon next week. So I don't think we're doing 8-bits.
Nope.
Next Friday, I might be going to check out a game that is coming out later in November. So I'll be able to talk about that next week if I do go check it out, or the week after rather. And then. Oh, fuck you guys. We got to cancel 8-bits.
What?
World of Warcraft comes out on the 14th, which is...
Oh, you know what? Actually, I have to go to San Francisco for a community manager summit, so you're probably going to be A-okay that week. Yeah. But just this once, because then I'm good for a while.
Yeah, I just need that one Friday, because that's when Warlords comes out.
We
And I'm gonna
gave you your pass, JP.
do like a 48-hour stream or something stupid. What else? Any new game that comes out, I'll probably be playing that. I'll probably finish up Lords of the Fallen this weekend. I want to see if I'm actually just as broken as I think I am in that game or what. We'll see. And then, yeah, that's it. Well, these VODs will be up on my channel later today. Probably really late tonight, honestly. And then we'll go from there. So thanks, everyone, for watching.
Yep. Thank you guys for watching 8-Bits. Have a happy and safe Halloween. I will be rejoining you in about an hour over on twitch.tv/Twitch for our Twitch Weekly. And you could see my second costume. See what I did there? It's like the water skiing squirrel. You can't wait to see what Chuck the water skiing squirrel can do. Anyway, it's been great, gentlemen, to talk about video games once again. And we'll be back in a couple of weeks to... Well, we'll get to talk about everything that we saw at BlizzCon, and hopefully that is some really cool stuff. Other than that, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time on another episode of 8-Bits. We're out of here. Peace.